American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I mentioned it in a response video yesterday, and since then I've realized that it doesn't really matter whether people watch these or not. I hang a lot of my self-worth sometimes on others' ability to respond to me, but I realize they're no obligation to particularly like me or even respond to me. I'm only responsible for myself and my actions, what efforts I put forth, so don't really blame them. I just have what I have. What I like about American Gods is that although I am a Christian, and there are many profane things about this book, language, sooner or later within the text, Neil Gaiman has a way of framing words and providing context. It's absolutely beautiful and I wouldn't quite say philosophical, but it definitely provokes me to thought and to thinking. American Gods is a world where the what if is, what if gods existed on human belief? Like the Greeks, they were created from the stuff of dreams of humans. They relied on humans to worship them. Without blood, their worship does not sustain them for long. There are gods who are forgotten. There are gods whose entire rituals are still framed, but their belief is not clear, their origins forgotten. For Easter, people still laid eggs and hunted for them. They still had bunnies, they still had the joy of spring, but they no longer remembered who she was, or why they celebrated it, the origins of the name. Zeus went through all the rituals and she fed off that, even though she knew that it was empty inside. The way that Odin, who is one of the main characters of the book, frames it is that... No, it wasn't Odin. It was somebody before that. It said about hummingbirds. About how environmentalists worried about hummingbirds being able to just get sugar highs and die of diabetes. So they replaced the sugar in the feeders with NutraSweet, except the birds' bellies were full, but they had no calories and they died because it was empty. And in other places in the book, Gaiman just brings out an illustration and makes you realize how much people do rely on beliefs to sustain them, to frame their way in the world. And at one point they even mention, he said it was Canada Bill in this case, the one where they're playing a Crooked Pharaoh game in town, and this gambler keeps on losing, and his friend comes to him and tells him, "You know this is a rigged game." He goes, "Yes, but it's the only game in town," and he went back to the game. Without free will, it is a rigged game, and I think it's unfair. I have more to say on this later, but I don't believe in predestination, I don't believe in determinism. For if it is a rigged game, and it is unfair, then there is no real way to play it at all. There's no real purpose to it. You can only lose, and only win. Where's the quickest way out of the labyrinth? As Looking for Alaska reminds us. Hard and fast. Hard and fast. American Gods is, as many of other Gaiman's works, it provokes thought, and I would recommend it if you're strong of faith and belief, and not adverse to questioning a little bit of yourself.